So you've spent thousands on gear, right? But your solos, they still sound kind of thin, or maybe your chords just don't have that punch you're looking for.
Well, listen up. The secret, it's not in your fingers. It's in the glass, in the architecture of the vacuum tubes sitting right behind you.
So, which is it going to be, British roar or American glass? Let's decode the DNA of your sound.
Okay, let's get right into it. First up, we're talking about the sound that pretty much defined British rock, the EL34.
This right here, this is the heart of the beast. This is the engine inside those legendary Marshall stacks. And look, this tube was never designed to be polite. It was built to be heard over a loud, obnoxious trumper.
And that's exactly what it does. It is all about that famous mid-range bark, that saturated, aggressive growl that lets the guitar just slice right through a super dense band mix like a hot knife.
So here's the deal. The EL34 is built to distort early. It compresses the signal, gets gritty really fast, and gives you that classic creamy texture. The low end's a little looser, kind of spongy, which all adds to that incredible saturated crunch that powered, decades of classic rock.
All right, let's cross the pond and see what the other side is doing. We're heading into the world of American glass now.
Now here, we're talking about the 6L6 and its smaller sibling, the 6V6. This is the power plant behind Fender, behind Mesa Boogie, and it represents a totally different philosophy on sound.
And the key word for this entire sound is headroom. It's a design that's all about staying clean, staying punchy, and staying powerful, no matter how hard you dig into those strings. In this sonic DNA, it's the total opposite of the British sound. Instead of that big mid-range push, you get this scooped character, which creates all this space for that percussive, tight low-end thump and those sparkling, crystalline highs. It's a beautiful, clean, dynamic canvas.
And check this out. This shows you the science behind it. Look at this graph. The distortion stays incredibly low as the power climbs. I mean, it's literally engineered to give you that wide-open, dynamic range before it even thinks about breaking up.
So what we've got here are two completely different beasts, right? Each one was bred for a totally different purpose. Let's put them in the ring, side by side.
Now what's really fascinating here is how this breaks down the differences in not just the sound, but in the feel. The British EL34s, they feel compressed, kind of spongy under your fingers. They fight back a little. But the American 6L6s, they feel dynamic and percussive. What you put in, you get right back out, just loud and clear.
But you got to remember this crucial piece of wisdom. The tube is just one ingredient in the recipe. I mean, you've got the transformers, the capacitors, the speakers, the entire circuit. They all work together to shape that final voice of the amp.
So after all that tech talk, the only question that really matters is which sound is the one that's living in your head?
So, are you chasing that saturated, harmonically rich lead tone of 70s rock? You need the EL34. That's what it was born to do. Or do you need that pristine, clean canvas to build your sound on for blues or jazz or even country? That's 6L6 territory all day long. And for modern metal, oh, forget it. You absolutely need the tight, controlled bottom end and the clarity of the American tube family. When you're dealing with insane amounts of gain and low tunings, the looser response of an EL34 can just turn to complete mud. The 6L6 and its relatives keep it solid and defined.
So stop fighting your amp, understand its DNA, and then make it scream.
So which side are you on? The British roar of a Marshall or the American glass of a Fender? Drop it in the comments below. Let's hear it.